it's an installation and it's the landscape and it's interpretive, but also you move Celia out and it's actually just a stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another mapping process I would do is I would map what we've got against these institutional values that we were talking through last time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, again, we could maybe do that next time we meet if we don't get to it. The
Yeah.
most useful thing I thought was to go back through each section
Yeah.
and almost just kind of brainstorm, because last time it was like the big narrative and then
Yeah.
we got these stories, and I suppose what I'm going now is into each individual story.
Okay.
And going into it further so that we're really certain and clear about what the message or the direction is.
Yeah.
And then also we start thinking about how we might bring in different kinds of interpretation and other voices
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that might be a process that we continue into the next meeting with Kate, because I think something that Kate was quite keen on is that we identify potentials for other voices, but not decide what they're going to do.
No, exactly. She's really, well, we're all keen on that, really. Not kind of deciding what the direction is, but yeah. So
we did have a mini meeting with Kate, didn't we?
She felt really excited that there were lots of opportunities there for people to connect with the different themes.
Right.
And she really liked the dopamine dress. She's really interested in that and potential of that. She's interested in the elegance as well.
Okay.
And we talked about sustainability too. We kind of felt that those almost needed to be a sort of focal project there with the dopamine, with the sustainability, because we felt like perhaps they would be the ones that would have more voices or interpretation, whether it's visual or...
Yeah. So, I mean, we can do this really roughly now.
Yeah, let's do it roughly.
I've brought the scale rule, and so we can measure to make sure... I mean, sorry, not literally now. We can do it, I think, as we go through sections.
Okay, fine, okay.
If you're talking to someone about... If you said to someone, so what defines couture?
Yes, why is this couture? Yes.
Well, not why is that, but what defines couture? What defined? And they'd say, oh, really extreme. Really technical. And it's almost like it's almost like there's 100 words that you could apply to define couture, and we've picked three or four. Does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect.
So I mean, aspects or attributes. I think it's almost going to be. This is where I think SketchUp will be really useful when we start getting a sense of, we talked about a balance between the short, the long, the volumes, and where the Versace goes. This will be drawn by where the Versace goes, not the other way around. I mean, my only thought there is I tend to avoid symmetry.
I know.
So I kind of think maybe we've just got one right.
Yeah, fine. I mean, I know, I agree. And that is, again, we're so symmetrical there now that we realise.
And again, on the train home, I was thinking, you're with the best intentions, and possibly idealistically, the idea of renewing sections. I think we've got the idea of the magazine narrative, which means it's easy to change chapters, but I think on a much more micro level, within aspects, within this corner story, you could just take out one or two things and replace them with a different attribute. We've got, across here, we've got a series of one garment stories. Then we've got a mass story. And I was thinking over here, is it a series of aspects, a series of stories that are pairs? Because we've already got the Yamamoto and the Worth. I was thinking, do we edit this to a pair? Do we edit that to a pair? We've already got that pair. So then we've got single object stories, mass object stories.
That would sort of work better.
And if we thought the idea of a series of stories that are about aspects of couture that are told by pairs of garments. For instance, as you were saying, Rosa, we might do something here that's the attribute is about extremity. In the future, maybe you leave this one in, we leave that one in, but you replace the other with a piece of student work. There was something to do here with about kind of aspects of couture. What are the attributes of couture? Creativity, technique. I think elegance for me is just representative of those kind of abstract things. So that's kind of like one thing you out of, and then I think I was thinking here those two about the kind of extremeness of couture. So this seemed to be about aspects of couture. This was definitely those masters, the names, the foundation that it's built on. And it seemed across here we had that section that was really rooted into the institutional aim. So we've got the dopamine dressing, which is about feel good, and we've got Celia, which is about looking and creativity, and then we've got the Scaparelli, which is about the conservation, but also about ideas around sustainability. So on a kind of macro level, we're hitting the institutional stuff really clearly across here, and then we're going into the kind of attributes of couture here, and then here we're going into
what couture looks like.
The main foundations of it. 3 sets of kind of word clouds here. One's about the abstract of couture, like elegance, poise, that kind of thing. And then we have another word cloud around technique and craft and mastery. And then there's a word cloud around drama and extreme. And I thought we could, you know, we do those ourselves, we do them working with people, and we build up these word clouds and almost use them as 3 backgrounds.
How would that then go onto the back wall? Like
we print it onto laser cut vinyl.
Oh, okay, that was, okay. That's fine, that was a bit I needed to know.
That's the easy bit, that's the easy bit.
That's cool.
But again, it's that thing of being relaxed about its visibility. So you might not be able to read all of the words, but what you do is you get a sense of it. I think people look at the dresses, they make that relationship conceptually, but also they start thinking of words in their own minds. So I was wondering if Kate already has some groups where they're working with language, or they're working with language skills. It also brings in a lovely dynamic about association. So, I mean, you know as curators how you're not supposed to drift off into personal association, but actually your audiences all do. And it's really exciting. I almost feel like within this section, seeing them first works really well, because it makes the idea of pairs
so clear, isn't it? I agree.
I started then thinking about, so we've got this language aspect through here, and I started thinking about how do we do it here. Maybe it's a word cloud again, then the vinyl's put onto the glass, which could work. And I was wondering if there was almost a way of doing a glossary, looking at these 2 pieces and literally taking them apart by the language of the fabrics, the techniques, the craft. We've got a case there with the dress in it, and we've got the wall. And what I'm thinking of is this kind of maybe vibrating thing of colour that goes from the wall and is printed across the back of the case as well. So it becomes a background to the dress, and again, so it's about. I'm always trying to work to break down the case's barrier, and I think one of the ways is extending things out of it. So the case would maybe go to the side or here.
Oh
But the wall would extend into the case. Because I'm thinking if you've got, I don't know, something made me think that this work around.
So how would the case be? Would it be a vinyl back? Okay.
And it wouldn't be the full case, it would just be part of it. I don't know what, I kind of jumped to a conclusion that maybe the collaborative work here might be a film, I don't know whether it will be or not. But I almost felt that you see that as much as you see the case.